Welcome. Here we're going to talk about a special application of percent, which is efficiency. So efficiency takes the special form. We do output divided by input equals the efficiency over 100. So efficiency is reported as percents, which is why we use this form. So I want to talk about this because output versus input, sometimes that can be a little bit confusing. Let's go ahead and do an example. It seems like it should be straightforward, but it's not always. So we have an engine that is rated to deliver 175 horsepower. We measure 140 horsepower being delivered to the transmission. And the question is, what is the efficiency of the engine or of the process? So I think that something that's confusing about this is that a lot of students are going to look at this and they say the engine is rated at 175. It's not totally clear whether that's the output of the engine or not, right? So what's actually happening is that is actually the input. So this is what the engine is generating and sending into the system that is the engine, the car system, right, that moves your vehicle. So even though it's a little bit unclear sometimes, we're talking about a process of power being delivered from the engine to the transmission to move the vehicle. So this is actually the input. It's what's going into the process that we're discussing. So what's coming into the process is going to be 175. So I have this process that is occurring. The engine delivers 175 horsepowers in, and then the transmission receives the output of this process, these in-between steps. This is 140. That's what's going actually to the transmission. So that is actually our output. And then efficiency, that's the thing we're trying to find, right? So I'll use X, and I'll have this as over 100. The other way to tell about inputs and outputs, you can never have an efficiency that's greater than 100%. That is not possible. So the input number should always be larger. The denominator should always be larger. If you have the numerator being larger and you end up with efficiency of greater than 100%, that's a problem, and you should check your math somewhere because that is not possible. So then we go ahead and do this. So I will do my cross multiply. So I'll have 140 times 100, which will be 14,000 equals 175 times X. Again, when we solve percent problems, we're essentially solving proportion problems, so we cross multiply. And then I will divide both sides by 175, and I end up with 80% equals X. So your final answer will be a percent, and it will be the result of this cross multiplication. Thank you so much for watching.